Okay, well, welcome everyone. Listen, first off, I want to apologize. There's all kinds of rumors out there, innuendo, facts, whatever. The truth is that this region was compliant with the rollout strategy for what I'm about to tell you, and that didn't necessarily happen in a uniform way, so I apologize for that. So here's the bottom line. You know the minister announced that the rescue coordination centers, Halifax and Trenton, would consolidate the rescue subcenters in St. John's and Quebec that will be closed. That will happen. As a part of that plan, there's going to be some adjustments to the way we do things. What's going to happen is that the support officer stand will be discontinued in Halifax. As a consequence of that, everyone will be affected, and we'll talk about that in a second. The Halifax will absorb a full stand. Trenton will absorb a full stand. That will be a francophone stand, and there will be savings from that. So what it means is the support officer function will end. It will be replaced by a full SAR coordinator function, and the rescue center will have to absorb somewhere between 500 and 700 more incidents a year. It's an efficiency measure under strategic review, and Jody can speak about that, why we had to do this. But this will happen. Mike and I are in charge of the implementation plan for all regions, all 4 regions that are affected on the East Coast. We've agreed that the implementation date would be June 20th at noon, 2012. So we have a year to get there. As you know, this is serious business. This is the most important work the Coast Guard does, so we have to make sure that the transition works smoothly, and we're already working on that. What it will do is get us back to basics, pre-MRSC SRR boundaries. And so the SRR Halifax boundary will be coordinating all incidents. Some of them are currently managed by MRSC Quebec. There is a language issue we'll have to address, and the bulk are from St. John's. And Trenton will be managing all those river incidents within SRR boundaries for Trenton. So that's where we are. It's unfortunate, but it is a fact. This will happen. This was part of the strategic review process, and Jody can explain that. This was a decision of ministers. Now, what does it mean for you? Our hope was, and that's one of the reasons we've committed to get back in a week, the plan was supposed to be we'd have all the details on your rights and what would be available to you as affected employees. They are still not worked out yet. So we have folks from HR, we have folks from Vicar that can tell, we can speak to workforce adjustment in a general way, but whether you'll be offered a guaranteed reasonable job offer and what that means is yet to be determined. Whether you'll be offered a significant amount of time to allow for training for a new position, that is yet to be determined. Can't give you that information yet. It's being determined by Ottawa, because that is important to you as to how it affects your individual lives. So that's basically what I have to say. I want to apologize again. There was rumors out there from different coordination centers. There was probably some engagement from the union side. I'm not sure. But irrespective, it didn't roll out the way it was supposed to roll out. You should hear this stuff from me. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. So basically, you're affected. The turnover date will be June 20th, noon, 2012. There's going to be a lot of things about that. So how do you want to proceed? This is your time. We've got the whole day booked. Do you want to understand strategic review a little bit, why we're doing this? Jody can answer those questions. Do you want, I think it's important that you get just a little discussion on what workforce adjustment is, and HR can provide that. I don't know if I wish our name. And then we're open to ask all kinds of questions, how we're going to do it, how it affects you, whatever. The time is yours. So maybe you want to absorb that a little bit, and maybe Jody could talk about strategic review a little bit.
I guess I want to thank you.
I just need to interrupt for a sec. I need to gather up all BlackBerries and cell phones because we're not allowed to have them in here.
Yeah.
There's a locker outside. I'll put them in the locker.